Welcome to Root Cause. This is, I don't know what this is going to be. It's going to be a podcast slash game show where we kind of take a look at some of the craziest tech stories on the internet. I've come up with some even crazier ones myself, and we're going to be getting our colleague Ethan here to take a guess at which ones actually are real. There are going to be 3 different stories for each round, and only one of the stories in each round is the real thing, where it really happened. So yeah, I mean, why don't we start off with you? Why are you here?
I'm here because you asked me to be here,
Okay.
Tom.
But okay, who are you?
My name's Ethan. I've worked at Fasthosts for nearly 13 years now. I've worked from the grassroots of Frontline all the way up to where I am at the moment, which is customer success specialist, where I take on complex cases for VIPs and escalations from Frontline where I can help.
So it's probably fair to say then that you've seen some stuff.
My fair share of issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that you'd be a pretty good person for this, because I feel like if you get like a normal person who's not dealt with this sort of stuff, it might even be easier for them to pick out the crazy ones, because I feel like you've been desensitized to.
Yeah, but that might work against you.
It could
because you might have some wild story that you thought was really
what, and it wasn't.
And it's just,
to be fair,
yeah, you.
That's just every day. I'm going to be honest. Some of these stories I'm going to tell, if that's happened here, then that's maybe we don't want to air this podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, just scrap it.
The one that I'm going to be starting with is server surprises. So this is crazy things that have happened in tech support and system admin and that kind of thing, and it's all to do with servers.
And it is worth noting to listeners that none of these are Fasthosts customers that we're aware of.
Yeah, no, none of this is anything to do with Fasthosts. Please don't think that any of this is things that have happened here. These are all either made up or found on Reddit or on the internet or things like that. We're going to start with round 1, which I've named Server Surprises, and let's start with the first story. The sourdough server.
That sounds great from the start.
Great. It's a real good start. So, story A, the sourdough server. A junior sysadmin at a mid-sized hosting firm kept getting overheat alerts every Friday from 3 p.m. They checked the HVAC, the fans, and the load. Everything was normal. Finally, they stayed late and caught the building's security guard opening the server rack and sliding in trays of raw dough. Turns out, the exhaust from the legacy servers was the perfect temperature for proofing his artisanal sourdough bread before he went home for the weekend.
I mean, if that's real.
I mean, what are your
That definitely didn't happen at Fasthosts.
I hope it didn't. But yeah, I mean, what are your just gut thoughts on that? What are you thinking right now?
I mean, who would do this?
I mean, you're going to be thinking that a lot. If that's your reaction, then you're going to be thinking that a lot throughout this whole thing.
Who would do this? And then how would the story even have appeared online?
I mean, it's Reddit. People put everything on Reddit.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the overheating part, I suppose. I don't understand how the sourdough would overheat the rack.
I thought you were just going to tell me you didn't understand that.
I don't understand the whole story. I can't comprehend it.
I mean, well, airflow is important, right? For server racks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you start, and it depends how many trays we're talking, right? Like if you just started like loading up a bakery of sourdough bread.
I mean, yeah, I guess the airflow definitely would be obstructed, but yeah, I mean, the racks are designed to only work when they're full anyway. Normally,
What bread?
Not of bread, no, of servers, so that the fan passer and stuff works from the top to toe of the server rack. So yeah, that's
so. I mean, the key point here is the aerodynamics of bread dough, right? Is that enough?
If you were to shape the sourdough bread into the shape of a server rack, then that would have been fine.
Doesn't like. I mean, I'm not a baker or anything of that nature. I made sausage rolls this weekend, but that's about as far as it's ever gone. Doesn't like bread get warm because of like all the stuff that happens in the dough?
I mean,
the
proofing's supposed to be like a certain temperature, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to generate additional heat. Okay. I don't. Maybe next time get someone that makes sourdough bread. I'll know.
So this week's episode is going to be IT stuff. The next one we're going to do is bakery. That's our next. That's our next one. So, any final thoughts before we move on to the
No.
No.
Only that this is already the first story
good.
that's a contender that's
Okay.
I don't think this is real.
You don't think it's real?
Don't
Okay.
think that was real.
All right, let's see where the next one takes us. So, story B, the 500-mile email. An IT manager at a university received a complaint that the campus couldn't send emails further than 500 miles. If the recipient was any further, the email bounced. After days of debugging, they discovered that a recent OS upgrade had shortened the time to live for packets so drastically that the signal literally couldn't travel further than 500 miles at the speed of light before the server killed the connection.
What the? I don't. How? Why?
Well, you tell me. You tell me. Is that possible? Could it happen?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because the TTL that you would have set would have been for like a local server, right? The TTL of a specific packet.
Yeah.
But then they exchange through the routes, right? So once it's gone to one place, it goes to like another gateway, another server, and then that gives it another time to live. I don't think that's not real.
You don't think that's real?
That's not real.
Okay.
That is definitely not.
It's worth mentioning also that like some of these are older stories
Mhm.
and some of these are newer stories. So just bear in mind that like some of this stuff might be like ancient.
Okay.
So that the way you're thinking that stuff works now.
I might look old, Tom, but I'm not that old.
If anything, this is a compliment because you might not be old enough to know about this stuff.
Okay, fair.
So just
All right.
bear that in mind. There are some, some ancient hardware and software solutions we're talking about here as well.
You're like dropping hints that this is the real one now.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Open my mind.
I'm open your mind. I think you wrote that one off really quickly, and
Okay.
I think you're going to write the next one off really quickly as well.
Okay.
So, story C, the lunchtime downtime. A high-profile client website went offline every day at exactly 12 p.m. for 10 minutes. The hosting company swapped the hardware 3 times. Eventually, they sent a tech to the client's physical office. They found that the server room was actually a converted closet next to the break room. Every day at noon, the staff would use a new microwave. But it turns out the microwave was faulty and would create an electromagnetic field so strong it literally wiped the server's RAM daily. What do you think?
Well, I don't think I've ever operated a faulty microwave next to like a PC or a server to know what the effect.
Well, you haven't lived then, have you?
No, obviously not, Tom. Thanks for that. But I wouldn't know the effect that it would have. So I cannot tell you how valid this one is.
Okay. Well, let's break it down then. So if the server's RAM was wiped,
yeah,
what would the effect be? What would happen?
Well, I
RAM
suppose
is-
if the OS can't read from the RAM, and if it happened to every single stick in the machine,
But
or
RAM
in
is
the DC or
RAM is temporary memory though. So if you wipe the RAM, surely on the next reboot, it repopulates.
no, yeah, but that reboot might be the 10 minutes though, right?
Well, yeah.
So there is a plausible element of if it did,
Yeah.
if the effect of a microwave did wipe RAM,
Yeah.
then yeah, you would expect like everything to be back within 10 minutes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. All 3 of those are just awful.
Oh yeah, that was the whole point. That's the whole. If this is bad, then we're on to a good start. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So those are the 3 stories. One of those is real, and the other 2 are not. So I'm going to put them on screen for you, and I'll do some kind of graphics. They're on screen as well. So we've got story A, the sourdough server, where a security guard was proofing bread dough. Sourgate, yep. Story B, the 500-mile email, where due to OS updates, the TTL for email services meant they could only travel for 500 miles. Or is it story C, the lunchtime downtime, where a faulty microwave was wiping a server's RAM every day for 10 minutes?
Out of all of those, I think the most plausible one will be C.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, due to the actual like technical aspect of it, I feel like if you did have a faulty microwave and it was, I don't know, emitting some magnetic field or some electric field.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
It would short something or wipe something. But the other 2 just seem the TTR one, I don't think, even older technology, I don't think
No?
I don't think that would be the case, because again, hops don't change. And then yeah.
So I really tried to save you on this one.
Oh,
First of all, I really tried to dig you out the hole you're in.
Oh.
So the answer is B, the 500-mile email. We are talking about 2002. So
Okay, yeah, that's way before my time.
It's
way before my
How
time.
would you have known?
How would I have known?
How would you have known? But this is a classic technical mystery from systems administrator Trey Harris, who was tasked with solving a seemingly impossible problem, a statistics department that could only send emails to recipients within a 500-mile radius.
Yeah, I just don't think that could happen anymore.
Upon investigation, the administrator discovered that a recent server patch had inadvertently downgraded the SendMail software to an older version that could not pass the modern configuration file. And the result was that the connection timeout setting defaulted to 0, allowing for 3 milliseconds before it would cancel the email.
Yeah, okay, so that's not even the case if it's left their infrastructure at that point. It's just okay, right.
So basically, it had 3 milliseconds to establish a connection, and obviously, it's got to do that first ping to establish a connection, which means,
that makes more sense.
So literally, it was the calculation that I read the whole story. It's on like the MIT website. It's like a weird black background, white text thing, like a whole story. And it was literally like speed of light calculations that the sysadmin did to figure out what was going on. And it was kind of crazy.
Wow.
So yeah, so
I mean, after it's been looked at for so long, trial and error, you're gonna find the problem.
You're gonna find the problem when you get when you're so far down the troubleshooting pipe where you're on speed of light calculations. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
You've never been there before? No. Okay.
I can't say I have. I've never quite gotten to speed of light. No. All right, so that's round one. You failed.
I failed.
You failed.
Yeah.
So that's fine. We've got.
So I leave now?
No. You're still in. It's not elimination. You're still in.
Right.
No, you're not out yet.